Just so you give you some background too, the gym right now, if somebody were to call me and it was available, it rents for $50 an hour or $200 for the day. Just so you know, that's there. Currently, it's close to impossible to rent the gym. Not just because all city youth programs, we have 3 organizations that use the gym. We don't get revenue from the other 2. They're based on a grant program, I guess you want to call it, through Phelps has an agreement with the city of Floresville where they donate X amount of money. Let's just say, I want to say maybe it's like $10,000, and the city matches that, and they award different nonprofits a certificate that says, here, you're this program, you get you earn $1,500 worth of in-kind free rent at different locations. And so right now, our revenue stream on the gym is pretty much whatever Debbie Ball's contract brings in, because everybody else is just free because they have these certificates. And so,
But is there a budget that she brings in, or she doesn't show what the?
Some of the issues we've had in the past that I pointed out when I got here is I haven't seen any proof of her nonprofit status. That should be something that's updated every lease, because one of the key conditions of her getting a reduced rent and the access she does, because this is a nonprofit and this is a community purpose. That's in here, in this lease, that I need, every year, every renewal, we have to see an updated proof of your nonprofit. It's a certification.
You have to show that number.
I
It's
think
not unreasonable.
we need to be more strict on everybody that tries to pay
And I
nonprofits.
All
look-
nonprofits, yes.
Yeah, and I look at it like that, just to say, well, it's not how much she's making, it's about the kids. The kids,
I agree.
I mean, this is the city's community building here, and really, but she also has to share it with among
Other organizations.
other organizations to where, I don't know how long the city's, what do you call it, the city, whatever she has here,
Pop City program, city.
how much time do they use it year round, or they just have
Well,
a year?
I did
Or
a few meetings ago, Gloria came in and she was here, and then we discussed
presented.
how they were gonna try to do a different scheduling.
She has a
so
lot
it was
of-
more fair to do
Yeah.
other.
She had some issues because it always changed. no
She
matter
probably
how
uses
clear we
about
made it.
80% of the time.
okay,
And she had agreed to that, I mean, there was a.
and if we have 3 other organizations that are coming in,
Yeah.
or whatever, it should be kind of equally. I mean, if y'all can share it, it's fine, and if you can't, well, you'll have to find something, but you can't give it to one person 80% of the time. And I understand for the kids, to keep the kids off the road, off the street, they can come here for free if it was up to me. But at the same time, you're also using light, you're using toilet paper, and then, I mean, I don't know how much, it's not about, on that issue, it's not about the money on my part.
Yeah.
It's about sharing it
Well,
with
with the
all the
whole
entities, with the whole community of Floresville.
And then that's the hard part right now, is I have 2 organizations that have called me in the last 2 weeks, that would like to come play basketball, and they're adult groups. One's
From here?
One's the Acts group from the Catholic Church, and the other one is just a group of adult men that want to rent the gym. Can you find me time? And I'm like, give me a week or so, I gotta really look at this, figure this out, because I wanna try to provide, everybody should be able to use the community center gym, and it's just trying to find
And
that
then you're
time.
losing money.
And I don't want, and I feel bad, hey, can you do Sundays between 10:30 and 11:30 at night?
Yeah, and I know that the first thing they say, oh, Moreno's trying to cut the, but it's not that, it's just, it belongs to the community of
No,
Floresville,
no.
and it has to be to where everybody shares it. It's not, if I get 80% of the time, and especially for the price, it's good. You know, we just gotta share it with all the other kids.
Trying to find that happy
These
medium.
groups that are calling are gonna be paying though, right? too?
Yeah, they're gonna
So
be
you're
paying,
losing
and,
money.
and, it's $50. But I'm more concerned about trying to find that happy
Fair with
medium.
everybody.
Take care, because she does have a lot of kids, and that's a
Yeah.
viable entity here, and trying to find how we can make it work for everybody. It's a tough.
And I don't know if you can split the time, or I mean?
No, you're pointing out what everybody here has, all the members have been hearing. It was always it was always seemed to be that she needed it all the time. Last year, when I wrote this one, they wrote theirs, and literally, it was the whole place for $500 a year. They were gonna use the whole place, all the time. And they would provide us a schedule a year in advance, and that was it. And I was like, there's no way.
And
my
who
client's
maintains
gonna take
that place clean and all that, y'all do, I mean, the city,
Senator
or
does.
she does, or?
What happens is, because of the amount of staffing to take care of it's a lot, is she does it, like if she rents it, which is odd, but if she rents it, she has to bring her own toilet paper, she has to mop the floor, everything. And then the next group that comes in an hour later has to clean after them, and then the next group after them. And that gets hard because, there's nobody here to babysit them. And then, some kids are gonna just not clean. It's a hard thing.
I don't know how we can work it out, but we need to see how we can share it among the
Well,
rest of the
this
community.
lease right here,
Okay, good.
it narrows it down very significantly. Prior permission is required, and prior permission from the event center, the facility and events manager, because we've had that happen too, where she goes around people, goes to city council, this and that. No, it's the events manager, this facility manager, the person who is getting other people into this building. Currently Tony, and before that was Gloria. And I personally, I'm a nice guy, but this is one of those where it's cold hard lawyer to me. All right, we write the lease. You don't have to sign it. But this year, the difference between this year and last year is all that became moot because we accepted the money. And I hope no one's gonna take
I've made
anything
sure that
until
nobody's accepted
next
anything.
month, there's gonna be a discussion item again, and a possible action item. I'll have a lease to prepare, I'll have a lease finalized for you guys to review.
That's what, coming up already?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, it's up in
September.
But we're not getting in a situation where she gets another year.
Where I'm at with this, I like her group, and I want them to stay here. I think we need, and it's just more legwork for us, but we need to call in the other groups. We need to see what everybody's wants and needs are. We need to assess the community and say, all right, because Gloria's turned away many people. I don't know them, but I know for a fact, she's like, oh, I turned somebody else away. And I don't want to turn away people if we don't have to, even if it's a free event or a paid event. So we need to kind of reach out to some of these groups that are already using it and say, all right, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Or maybe we can have a little workshop to where those 3 or 4 groups that wanna
Next
see,
week, next month.
maybe,
Uh-huh.
what do y'all need, how much time do y'all need, and try to compromise with everybody.
And then I would like to try to find, even if it's a half a day, if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, half the day, that it's always available for somebody to come in.
And maybe put it in the newspaper 3 or 4 weeks before, say, the 4A want to have a little meeting and get together to where everybody talks, and then if they didn't come, well, I guess.
Well, I think it's an excellent idea. You have some zingers. I think it's an excellent idea, but I think it has to happen soon. August, it needs to happen in August.
Maybe we can, well, I don't know.
I think it'd be a good thing to do, maybe the first week in August or something like that, if we can get it in the newspaper next week, and just advertise any potential user, anyone who would like to use gymnasium or 4A for athletic events.
Mhm.
And I don't.
Yeah, because
I don't
I've
know that-
also heard complaints, to where they said it's just for them, it's just, and this building was for the kids, like I say, right now I know we need to make money, but it's not about the money on it.
Yeah.
Because we're never making money on it.
No.
The amount of money we can make on it's
It's
not
about,
enough.
but I still say $500 is real.
Yeah.
No, but I mean.
I'm gonna say it again,
The kids,
I think her event, her organization, above it, I hope I don't get crucified for
That's
this,
a good,
but hers versus everybody else's, impactful, huge impact to our community. That being said, I still wanna make sure there's time for everybody else. Hers, to me, is the most impactful event that we have here at this facility for our community because of those kids.
We have
But
very
we
few
have to find some
activities
time.
for senior citizens. We have very few activities for
Adult men or any,
adult men. We need to increase those opportunities for those activities. And I don't mean just in the gymnasium, but we've got people sitting out here in nursing homes, people we can offer things too that are based for adult, older seniors and things like that, that we need to be looking at also. And that's one of my big pushes, that we serve the whole community, not just any one part.
How could y'all do that? I think that's an excellent idea, but how could y'all do that without the paper? These folks have come to them, Gloria and him, and folks, you guys probably know, you're real big in sports stuff. When we could maybe do an off, not the next month's meeting, but do it earlier in the month, and just have it open to the public, for public comment, and say, who's interested in using this place, so we know before we, so we can not make it unfair to all city by all of a sudden telling them you can't do your programs either, because we're letting it.
It should be spread around, like
Yeah.
other people use it too.
I agree. It seems like to me, they were the first kid on the block, so they think they're the only kid on the block, but they're not.
They're not.
Why don't
But
we
they
look
are
at
the
a
biggest
meeting the
thing.
first week, and that would give us a week in between that and our regular meeting time the third week.
Do we run, I don't know, Tom, do we want to run at least one ad just saying, gym use, open house night to discuss gym usage, any organization
I kinda think
interested
you
in.
have to, that
That's
way.
okay.
you're
One
gonna
ad,
know.
any organization.
I don't know how to do it. I'm
Any
not
organization's interested in using the gym,
guy, but-
please show up, so we can
That
at least
way
say, it
you
was
can say it was
advertised.
advertised.
If 2 show up, great, the others show up. We might have 8 show up and 4 end up saying, no, it's not really for us, we don't wanna be so structured. Okay, cool.
You can structure it like it's for seniors and for youth and for.
But we gotta hear from the
Yeah.
community to see. Seniors may say, we don't wanna use the gym, but we'd like to walk around in the bar room. Okay, great, we'll deal with you on a separate note,
And Ms. Boff would be invited to this as well.
Absolutely.
Sure.
She's a huge entity that's here that I don't wanna kick out. I think it's a viable entity, an important entity to the city and the community. But Gloria, of all people, she's the one that, she gets these calls and they're,
No, I think not to kick nobody out, it's just to try to
We
Try
change.
need
to-
to modify
So you
it
can
where
hear
it's
from
usable
everybody.
for everyone.
That's it, that's the main thing.
Is there any way that we could, like, have the right to reserve 3 days out of the month
Well, I'm
or
saying that-
4?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Available for whoever calls in,
Right.
and then if we get to that date and nobody's called in, and Ms. Bluff wants to use it, well, she can use it. You know what I mean?
And-
But we have to have some time reserved.
Part of it has to be, me and Gloria talked about it, and I mentioned it to Tommy previously, is we have to enforce certain things too. If XYZ organization wants to use the gym on Wednesdays, okay, I firmly believe, even if you get it for free on these grants, you need to give me a deposit. And the reason why you need to give me a deposit is, every time you don't show, that's somebody's time that they could have been using, okay? When you put a little bit of money in a deposit down, people are gonna show. They're not gonna, we have that happen a lot, where the gym's open, and they're supposed to be here for 2 hours, and they didn't show. And then I had people like, well, we could have used it. Well, heck, because when you don't put any money down and it's free, you could not show, you could show when you want, and that kills me when you have these people calling, man, I really could have used that, yeah.
And there's certain other formalities these folks would have to do, like they need to execute a use agreement.
Every person that comes
You know,
in needs to.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean-
either that or the agreement between, if it's an entity or a
Right.
group, it addresses liability and stuff like that. Because Debbie's bunch, she does handle all that. It protects, her and it protects the facility.
Debbie's done everything we've asked her to. We tell her to jump through the hoops, she jumps through the hoops, she goes, any insurance we tell her she has to have, it's just,
It's just that, like, your idea is great as well, but I can hear what would happen if we said, well, we're gonna have these 3 days, oh, that's the night I need it. It's like, when don't you? It seems like every night you
Well,
need it.
Well,
it's not up to her.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
what I'm saying.
And I'm
We
on her
should
side
reserve the
too.
right.
I'm on her side, but ultimately, we're underutilizing the facility.
so we'll work on that right away.
What are you guys thinking for a day that week, the 1st through the 5th of August? That's, a little less than 2 weeks, guys. Maybe you should do the second week of August, because,
I was just thinking if we did the first week, that would give us a week to kind of digest what was,
Yes, sir. I'm at y'all's availability.
I'm leaving out of town on the 3rd of August, so anytime before, anytime after the 8th. I won't be back till
Tuesday the 2nd?
That's,
I'll be, because, from what I know, yeah, we gotta get things moving. The only reason why I say that is most of these organizations,
Second?
school starts, I believe, like around the 22nd,
It does.
okay?
yeah.
And a lot of these organizations be like, we need a gym, you know, cause school, when school starts, it's when all the other programs start.
Maybe Mr. Ribbs will put it in his story he writes about this meeting. You know, whatever night y'all come up with.
Ooh, that's,
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna shut this off, but, if you're looking at the 2nd, that means it has to be in next week's paper, which means we need
I have
the
to have it by
information
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Get
Yes.
moving. That's what I'm thinking,
Okay.
just, it doesn't matter to me.
God, I gotta figure out what we put in there, but I'm.
What about the 9th? The 9th gives y'all a little more time, make sure.
That sounds better, but you're not
I'll
gonna
be
be here.
back
Oh,
by
you'll be
the
back?
9th.
The 9th sounds a lot better.
Mr. Gleason?
And I'll be honest, the only reason why I say the 9th's better, I'm out tomorrow having doctor's appointments tomorrow.
It'll be a
Things to
meeting,
me I don't want to be done.
it'll be an open, I mean, mostly an open house type.
Yeah,
meeting.
just an
There's
open
not gonna be
house.
action, just gonna be talking to the community.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell them what we currently have being done in there, what goes on, what the gym, give them a tour of the gym, let them see what it is. Talk to them about how we take care of it and how it needs to be taken care of, because
An open house. I
that kind of thing.
like that idea.
Gym usage, open house,
Some
something.
community groups that we might be interested in using.
in using the gym.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
okay.
I'll start an email with that, we'll get that figured out. August 9th.
Yes, sir.
What time?
Even, early, though, 6 o'clock, but not later.
6 o'clock?
Early.
6 o'clock, too early, 5, because then people get out of work,
Yeah.
and I'm able to make it,
6.
but probably 6.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. And it'll be, as I close it up, I will, after that, you know, we'll have an idea of where we're going with it. I'll have a lease ready to present to you guys. It's pretty much this one, it will, just a little bit more, change a few things around.
Will we need an agenda for that?
For the open house?
I'll make an agenda.
Okay.
But it's gonna be just kind of an open
Right,
house.
I just wanna make sure we're legal.
No action stuff, just one discussion item, you know.
Okay.
I'll probably start working on talking points.
Okay.
Just so we
You two
can have
can
a-
get together and just, I'll be glad to sign whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gloria won't be back by then, but I am talking to Gloria, so I'm gonna get her input, because she's the one that's put up with all that. And, I wanna make sure that she's heard as much as possible.
Okay, we've got item B under new business, and that's simply, consideration, approval of ratified board minutes for the June 16th, 2016 meeting.
Y'all have a copy of those as well. Everyone does. Here's the one that will need to be executed. That's my copy of it. Got the minutes? Hold on, I got them right here. Just to kind of recap it. We tabled item A, which was Mr. Castro's introductions. That's tonight. Item B was where we discussed a new secretary, which Ms. Perez Lopez was magnanimous enough to step up and become. And then Tony briefed the 4A events, he briefed the 4th of July event, and he also gave you guys a little more insight on what's going on September the 4th. I told y'all where we were with the draft lease, and we discussed the TABC issues, and ended up taking a vote on that as well, where Ms. Lopez is going to be added to that lease. And the new business item that was we executed a refinance agreement with an effective date of June 1st, 2015. The key thing there was it was already something that had been done, but apparently the city could not find that executed document, so we just redid something that was already in place. Does that sound? Oh, and then we accepted the minutes from April 21st and May 19th. Is there anything that we needed to add to that?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Let's wait for Mario to get back in here. I'll call for, is that okay with everybody? Wait until he gets back and we'll call for a motion. Okay. Mario, we were holding off approving the minutes till you got back. And so do I have a motion to approve the minutes as written here for the June 16, 2016 meeting?
Make a motion to approve.
Okay. Motion by Joe Tejada. Second. Second by Mario Ramos. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Okay. Motion carries 5-0.
Okay.
And I'll sign off.
Thank you, sir. And if I can get you to sign as well, Ms. Lopez.
I go through Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to, since we've covered all of the items on our agenda, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion for that.
Second.
Second by Castro. All in favor?
Aye.